We of course couldn't have a chat with you without mentioning fundraising and not only what your role was like with that, but also journey. So could you maybe just kind of like walk us through from like a high level, what that journey was like?
Yeah, so I've done three other companies before Uber, and I'd raised money for all of them, but never at the scale that we did at Uber. And I'm a former lawyer, never practiced law, but went to law school. I took a lot of finance classes when I was at law school because I was like, I don't want to be a lawyer, so I better learn something else while I'm here. Um, I did a lot of business development deals, like partnership deals. So I sort of purposely tried to have as broad a skill set as required. It turns out that raising money really, if you have, and you can learn all these things. Like I learned how to accounting on my own so that I understood how VC firms were looking at our accounting. I tried to understand everyone's perspective so that I was pretty functional in knowing how to sell something and what would resonate and what wasn't. And Travis also had a pretty methodical view about how to run a process. And so we together sort of brought together what I thought was sort of an auction-like process with some EQ around the edge to make sure that it was an optimal process. We called it the home show. So we literally stress on a presentation for 4 weeks. Like we were really, like people were like, oh, you guys, just like waving money in the door. It's like, oh, we put together like 50-page PowerPoint decks, deep data rooms. We're super upfront about our competition, where our weaknesses were. We're like, they're going to find out anyway. So let's not BS anyone. Let's just tell everyone all the stuff. And then we'd schedule 3 investor meetings a day, 3 hours each for 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. And we just run through them. And then we'd have a week of due diligence. Then we'd ask for term sheets. And then we'd select a term sheet and the composition around and move forward. And sort of in 8 weeks, we'd have $1 billion in the bank. And we told everyone up front what it was going to look like. And it looked like that at the end. So no one felt that they were burned or not. Now, again, this was a zero interest rate environment. This was also the hottest company in the world. So we were able to do all that. So you would always have the leverage we had to do that. So that's why Uber is not the perfect example, but I want to at least give you those stories to let you know how we did it there and to great success.